Welcome to this episode of the Real Me podcast. I just want to say that this morning was a little bit rough because I was just going on to Spotify to just update something and change something, then I did it and then it couldn't load. So I was worried, like, is there something wrong with my particular account? So I tried restarting my computer. I tried logging back in and back out of Spotify, and then I logged into another account and I lost my show, my Thousands of Google podcast. And so then we, my mom was very helpful. We looked at talking to an advisor, and they were very, very busy because they put a message up later, which was a sign of hope that that Spotify was having issues, the creator site was down, they're having issues with the Spotify for creators, and they were on it right away, and they managed to fix the issue very, very soon. And I was kind of, panicked a little bit, but I tried to calm myself down because I was just at the uncertainty of what was going on, and I just could not work so hard to build something up and then lose it. I just, oh my gosh, does that drive me up the wall. Building something that I put so much time and effort to create, and then it's gone. I mean, that drives me up the wall because I've literally done that multiple times in my life. I've literally made stuff and got rid of stuff for the silliest reasons. I just, and now it just makes me very, very uncomfortable to, think in those terms and approach life that way. I mean, I cannot. So, but, just have faith. Just trust that things are going to work out. That's what you can do. And I've kind of learned, I was kind of trying to calm myself down, because when things happen like this and the cookie crumbles in this way, I get very, very worked up and very, very panicked, very unsettled, very, very frustrated and anxious. Like my anxiety, rises tremendously. Because I take this very, very seriously. I take that podcast very, very seriously, and all the episodes that I produce on there, my astrology very, very seriously. And, thank goodness that I had it on YouTube as well as Spotify. Started on YouTube, transfer the episodes over later on. So at least if that didn't work, I could still upload to YouTube. But I wanted to upload to Spotify. So it's like these little things. So I have it on YouTube and Spotify, both. Now, I produced an episode last night, which I really, really encourage you to go watch. And it's probably one of the most real and authentic episodes I've ever done. It's Chiron in the first house. Now, I would do that on this podcast, but information was involved in it. So I did it on my Thousands of Google podcast. Chiron in the first house is really all about healing the wound of not being afraid to be yourself, being like you're not enough or too much, and others are rejecting you from being who you are, or they're holding you back from being who you are, and you're working on the wound with healing yourself, with your identity, with your self-image, with your physical body. And, you're doing all the work to heal that by exposing yourself to speaking in certain ways. Or speaking up, or, like exposing yourself to being seen, is what I mean. and being secure within yourself. Really, really being secure within yourself. And that is not narcissists. Narcissists are not secure within themselves. Okay? They're not. Because if they were secure within themselves, they would not be so, I need the spotlight all the time. I need the center of attention to be on me all the time. I'm the most important person, everybody else is less than. When you're secure within yourself, you're humble. And you are accepting of everyone, and you're compassionate to everyone. But, you're sovereign within yourself. You live from the inside out. So narcissists are not secure within themselves, and they look for external validation, become vain. Like, I want to say you're a narcissist. What are you not leaning into? What are you not choosing to face? It's okay to feel this insecurity and deal with it. There are more constructive, healthy ways to deal with this insecurity instead of projecting it on others and being all vain and, selfish. There are healthy ways to deal with this. And it's for your highest good to deal with this insecurity, to integrate it, to lean into it. Don't be afraid. We're all human. We all have insecurities. And that's part of this too, is like understanding that nobody's perfect and we're all human. So, that's really essentially what it is. And when I read all the things dealing with that, I just had these just wow moments. Wow, does this validate exactly what I have been going through in my life? And wow, does this read me like a book? Not everything, not the physical body part, because I'm very, very secure about my physical body. Maybe I just feel weird looking at myself or looking at myself in the mirror. But so many things validated myself. Like, it is about you not being enough, like healing yourself. Like, it's so simple. It is so simple. It's almost a cliche almost. And I'm honored to have this placement. Because not only are you healing your authentic self, but by doing this, you inspire and you can teach others how to do the same, like being a therapist, helping others through their struggles with reclaiming their identities. So I am honored to have Chiron in the first house in my natal birth chart. And I'm so glad that I have that, because I'm really, really, without even being aware of it, without even knowing it, I did the work to heal myself. Already. I mean, probably not there. I'm still working on some things, but I've done a lot of work to heal myself, and I haven't even read, like, why didn't I read this before? Why didn't I look into this before? It's like, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, why? Why? And, I was also thinking about this. I mentioned all this in that video, so you can go back and hear what I have to say about that. And then, there's a YouTube channel where she focuses on authenticity, and like, you could have made a whole series of videos on Chiron and talked about Chiron and Aries and the aspects going on to Chiron and full moon square, like this whole thing about Chiron, that you didn't cover Chiron in the first house. Seriously, that is about imperfections, authenticity, healing yourself, all stuff that this lady on YouTube focuses on. And she didn't make a video about it. I'm like, and she makes astrology videos. And I'm like, I just want to, just push you to do that video. Because it is so obviously all the stuff that you're talking about. And you didn't cover Chiron in depth. It's like, and you covered the nodes, you covered, especially the nodes, you covered, full moons and new moons, you did all this, and yet you didn't cover Chiron. You didn't go through the Chiron houses, wounds, when it comes to, like, being your authentic self. It's like, I don't get it at all. I don't. I'm just amazed that this person didn't cover this on her channel, and now she just pops in every now and then to film a couple of videos and then pops back out. It's like, I like you to just stay consistent with your videos, and just maybe cut it down, but just show, be consistent with producing videos. It's like this lady posted several videos and just 2 weeks later didn't post any more videos. Like, I cannot be that way. That is not me. That is not my personality. I will constantly be updating my channel with new videos. Like even if I have to cut it down a month or 1 week, I will still be doing it, and you can still count on me. You can count on me to upload videos. That's what I will say. You can rely on me, because I personally would want that. I personally would want a content creator to keep updating their YouTube channel, or someone on Spotify updating their podcasts. I would want that. I don't like channels that just 3 months ago was your last video. I like it to be constantly updating. So I want that, and you can count on me. I have a schedule, 3 a week and stuff. I don't post any of those days. You can count on those videos of, 3 a week. So, yeah. So, I'm going to be talking probably a lot about my Chiron. It's about being your authentic self unapologetically. And this podcast right here is the place where I really, really do that. And I have full permission to do this. I have full permission to do this podcast, because I have Chiron in the first. And in this life, you're learning to be yourself. And the fact that I have this, I just am so proud to have Chiron in the first house. And I just want to claim that. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today what I really wanted to chat about. What I wanted to chat about is comments. Talked about comments previously on this podcast. Just trying to find something here that. Let's go back to my page. Okay, here it is. Okay. So, I'm going to try to redo a video that I did a while back, before I even started this podcast, where I am reading off and explaining the lyrics of a song that I created. And this song is called A Song for You. I've already posted this to my channel. But just yesterday afternoon, I was thinking, I need to do this again, and I need to make it premiere so that my subscribers and everybody can see it and set their reminders and anticipate it, and then people are tuning into it. More likely, more people are seeing it because it's such an important message. And I'm going to go through it as I'm going to go through the lyrics. But when it comes to judgmental comments, there's going to be a lot of comments. And so am I going to come on here and discuss every little comment that I have a problem about? Probably not. Okay, probably not. I can't do that. It would be just too exhausting to make videos, and it's like, I don't want it to take over my life like that. I don't want to be constantly making videos just because I get a comment like that. I need to do other things in my life besides this. And I haven't been doing that. So, but for example, when it comes to judgmental comments, I saw a comment last night where this person criticized me for going on in a video for a very, 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 very long time, for 15 minutes, apparently ranting about something. I didn't think I was ranting. I think I was proving a point through all that I was saying in a very long, extended, and in-depth, comprehensive, deep way. It didn't sound like rambling. I was very deliberate with my speech. Like, that's how I talk. I'm Mercury and Taurus. It wasn't just going on and on and on. There were pauses, there were deliberate things like that, and this person was calling it a rant. And I said very, very simply to this person, I can go as long as I wish. You will not judge me with what I do and how I do it. And then I put the link to the song that I created. I at first put the original song, and I was like, well, there's a better version of this, so I actually uploaded the thing again, made it unlisted, sent the link to that the person, and hopefully they're going to see that. This is the Real Me podcast. I have permission to play videos of myself. And the thing is, when I see critical comments, at first I feel disempowered. At first I feel like I'm being judged by the outside world. At first I feel like there's something wrong with me because of this person said. But you know what? No. There's nothing wrong with me. It's the other person that is taking it out on me. It's the person that is projecting it out on me. It is a reflection of them, not me. I know who I am, and I know what I want to produce. I know what I want to say. I know what I want to do, and I'm very, very self-aware, and I have a mission. I have I'm on purpose with what I do. I know myself very, very well, and I will be authentic, and I will use my creative words and energy to express what I want to express in the way that I want to express it. And this person judging me will not get the better of me and what I want to do. They will not do that, and I will not allow them to do that, and I will respond in a way where I am, and when I respond, it is liberating. It is empowering because I'm taking back my power. That's why I respond to comments, is because it makes me feel empowered. It makes me feel like, as the creator of this channel, creating these videos, I can reply back to these people. I can comment back to them, including the mean and critical comments. So I want you to hear this song because I just feel so proud of it. I'll play the unlisted version of the Oh, my Chiron in the first house already has 4 views on it. Wow. 4 views, I'll take it. Probably get a lot more popular. If that video becomes very, very popular, then I'll be honored about that. So this is the song that I created, and I just want you to hear how passionate I am when I sing it, how real and authentic I am when I sing it. Like I did it from my heart. I really, really meant everything that I said, and I'm going to explain the lyrics afterward. Now, also when I get critical comments, it's like this teenager or this young man in his 20s who's very, very judgmental, who probably plays in his garage, rock bands, video games, what like this. It's almost like every critical comment is like a young man somewhere around my age, or like a teenager who is, very, very mean and, critical and not self-aware and uh all that kind of thing. Like that's the kind of feeling that I get about these critical comments, and I can tell critical comment. And at first I feel like I have a problem, but you know what? I don't. I don't. This other person has a problem for commenting that. It is a reflection of who they are, not me, as I've said before. So I'm going to play this song to you, and I want you to hear it. Turn the volume up, and what I've actually done is I've edited it and turned the volume up so you can hear it better. Hello, everyone. I'm just gonna skip to this song. Song for those who subscribe to my. I'll just play it. What the heck? Hello, everyone. Hope that you can hear it. This is another song video. If you're a subscriber of my channel, then welcome back. If you've just found my channel, then welcome. This is a song for those who subscribe to my channel, comment under my videos, watch my videos, like them or dislike them. This is a message. And I see one like. See a like. I wonder if this person saw this video. It's like, when I put this song in these comments, this is like, I'm in my identity, you judge me, and so you're going to learn this lesson not to buy this song. Like, if you judge me, you're going to hear this song, and then I think that you're going to respect me and not judge me again. Like, you're going to learn your lesson not to judge me. Like, I will. It's like, I will not tolerate being judged on my own channel and my comments. I will not be judged and criticized in a negative way. And so I'm going to stand up for myself by every critical comment that I get. I'm going to put this link to this song for them to hear. You need to hear. I don't care what you think, even though I may be wrong. It is made, it is true, in this special song. Well, I'm debating whether I should continue to play this, actually. I think, well, you know, okay. No, I've changed my mind, actually. I'm just going to explain to you the lyrics. I'll put the, I cannot decide right now what I want to do. So let me quickly decide whether I'm going to continue to play this song or not. Okay. So I'm going to put the song link below so you can hear it. But I just want you to hear how passionate I am in this song. You know, and real and authentic. I'm going to explain the lyrics and what I mean by this now. This may be long. So. The first stanza of the song is, and I call it a song for you because it's a song for the viewer, like you as in the viewer watching this. It just, there's something so attractive about that word, you. It's just, it's so human. I just have such a strong pull and attraction, and I'm so drawn to that word because it's just so belovedly human. I just, it's like it makes it seem like the person is alive and talking to you. It just, that word. So it's very intellectually attractive to me, in the way of not the idea of it, but just the idea of it, not the intellectual part of it, like intellectual attractions to words, ideas, and that kind of thing. So I think it's appropriate to say that, and I also talk about intellectual attraction on a previous episode of this podcast, where I go in depth about other things. Not you, and I actually have a song about the word you, which I did back in February, if you want to listen to that. But so anyway, the first stanza is, I don't care what you think, even though I may be wrong. This means that, I will not be, okay, let me look up this word. I assume I know what this means. Okay. Okay, now I know what it means, officially. Okay. Wait, I'm drinking coffee as I'm doing this. So I don't care what you think. I don't care what the viewer thinks. Even though I may be wrong. Like, if I say something wrong, if I do something wrong, I don't need anyone else to remind me online about it. I am very, very self-aware of myself. I can look back and recognize when I say something wrong, and I can own up for that, and I can do it from a place of like, I notice something is wrong, and then I feel bad about it, and then I want to amend that from my heart, not from this other person saying something, like pointing it out to me. Like, I don't need anyone to point out to me anything that I say or do that is wrong or bad or mean or offensive to do. I don't need anyone to do that. And I don't want anyone to do that. Because then that feels judgmental to me. That feels critical to me. That feels like a negative comment to me. And with these comments, I feel like I'm being attacked almost through writing. Like it's a threat. However, Chiron in the first house, this all relates to this. I will respond to that threat by assertively calmly and in my power saying, no, you will not judge me, and here's this song so that you can hear my message that I want you to hear. So, so yeah, even though I may be wrong, it's like I will not care what the viewer thinks of me. I will not cater to the viewer. I will not, do all that. More than it's going to be. Okay, and then I explained the song. I express my authentic self, how I am at the time. Excuse me. I've been doing that a lot lately. So, it'll occasionally happen. Just forewarned about that. So, I express my authentic self, how I am at the time. I express who I am in my videos. What I want to produce, like the astrology videos, the Real Me podcast videos, the other videos and other topics. That's what I authentically want to do and talk about and express and share. And I just want to say, I do this for my entertainment. I do this as my passion. I will not let it get so far as to allow other people to take away what I enjoy doing and to control what I produce and my joy and my passion. I will not let that deter me from what I want to do. So, this is very Taurus North Node of me, Aries Sun of me to do this, and Chiron in the first house to do this. So, and by the way, if you want to listen to my Jupiter in Virgo, I would also listen to Chiron in the first house. It is long. Just know that it is long. However, I think it's very, very worth watching. I give a lot of insights in that video that are very, very deep insights about this placement. It's like, my astrology now is insightful astrology. That's like, if you watch my videos, you will find that it is very insightful. So, so I expressed my authentic self, how I am at the time. I expressed who I am. If I'm feeling angry, I will express that uninhibitedly. Without naming names or without, doing anything wrong or unethical. Of course, because that's, the natural boundary with, posting on social media. Like, when you post on social media, you can be yourself, but you just naturally know a boundary to that. Like, there's a natural boundary. And don't do it doesn't feel right. Like, I posted unethical videos, and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel right, and I did it anyway, and sure enough, bad stuff happened because of it. Which I'm not going to go into, but, there were consequences for those actions. And so, those are real world, ramifications of that. And I've learned not to do that. So that's what I will say. However, if I'm feeling angry, then I'm going to express my anger. If I'm feeling calm, then I'm going to express that. If I'm feeling philosophical, I'm going to express that. If I'm feeling excited, I'm going to be excited in my videos. Like, I'm going to be different depending upon the video that I do, depending upon my mood. And it's okay if I ramble and go on and make a very, very long point. It's me being my authentic. This person commented on this Real Me podcast, of which I am free to express myself. This is the Real Me podcast where I do this. So if you want real authenticity from me, you're in the right place. So I want to say that. You'll not take it all and steal all that as mine, is the next lyric. You will not take it all and steal all that as mine. It's like, I have so much that I have done and that I want to do, so many plans, my word is Annette Pines, goals for, all the things that I want to produce, all the videos I want to make. You will not take all that away from me. You will not steal that and take away what is mine, what is my creation, my ideas, my goals, my inspiration for creating what I want to create. I will not hold myself back and care about everybody else. If you see my videos, you're going to find I don't hold back. In my astrology videos, in this Real Me podcast, I do not hold back in this Real Me podcast. I am full on with what I want to say, and I'm very, very clear about who I am in this podcast, and especially with all these, Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, Mercury is going to enter, Mercury entering Aries this year. Wow. I'm already feeling like Mercury is in Aries and it's not even in Aries. So just imagine, like, Mercury in Aries is like speaking confidently and speaking assertively. Well, I've already done that. So just with all these planets in Aries, it's like, whoa. Am I going to be on fire or what? So, I'm not going to hold myself back and care what everybody else thinks of me. And I need to set some healthy boundaries. Like, I cannot be, pulled down or drained by people writing comments and it's negative and critical. Like, I need to draw healthy boundaries to that. I need to detach from that. Because if you get so into that, then you're going to be living from the outside in. And then you're going to let others affect you, and then you're going to question your own identity and question your self-worth, and look at yourself and feel bad about yourself by others' projections, others' reflections, not your own. Like, I need to set boundaries with the comments. Like, I'll respond to comments, but I will not be drained by that. And I'll do it on my terms. Like, I'll do my videos and everything on my own terms. I've embraced this about myself, meaning that I know who I am, and I've accepted that I don't want to be drained, and I know myself, and I want to live accordance to my values, North Node and Taurus. Chiron in the first house, I want to be my expressive self. And I don't need your germs, meaning, like, germs are what makes you sick. Germs are bad, negative things that you get that cause you to be ill. That you can't function as properly. You can't operate in the world as properly. Like, these things get into your body and, affect you. Like, I will get sick and get infected by all the negativity, all the critical, that I will not be so mentally and emotionally healthy and secure within myself. Because germs and health go together. And, I will not be as authentic if I just take everybody's germs, quote unquote, of all the negativity, of all the being critical. So germs make you sick. I don't need to be sick because of these comments. Self-consciousness is my enemy, not when I look at everybody else. I don't know why, yeah. So, well, what I can say to this is, feeling so aware of myself that it's uncomfortable. And then I become less authentic. Then I'm allowing others to dim my own light. I'm becoming self-conscious in a way where I'm allowing others to hold me back from being myself. So, that is the thing, is that kind of self-conscious feeling that I don't need to lean into and I don't need to feel. So I say self-consciousness is my enemy, not when I look at everybody else, or not when I don't look at it, meaning I probably see other people being their selves, why can't I be myself? I'm sure that they do feel self-conscious, but anyway, I don't want to be so self-conscious of myself. Like, I have no Leo in my chart. I do not suffer from, being shy or self-conscious. I was very, very shy growing up, as a child growing up, but I don't need to feel self-conscious. So, I need to detach from you. I need to think about myself. Yeah, I need to think about myself, and I need to think about what my values are and what I want to do and how I want to come across and expressing myself. Detaching from you. When I feel overwhelmed and then I feel drained, when I feel pulled down by you, as I clearly explained, I won't let it get to me. I won't take it so personally. Like, I won't let the comments affect me in a negative way. I won't let I won't let them take me down. I won't be defeated by these comments and by this criticism. I won't let it get to me. Like, I won't let it affect me. And I won't take it so personally. Like, it's so easy to take these critical comments as a personal thing on YouTube. Like there's something wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. You're a beautiful, perfect human being, perfectly imperfect human being as you are, and you don't need anyone online to tell you, that you are wrong or you are flawed or you are, a bad person, that you did wrong, and being all judgmental and negative for that. Like, I will not be so defensive and aggressive towards the people that give these comments, but I will stand in my autonomy and not let it deter me from my own self-worth by just calmly and assertively saying my truth and putting this link to the song. Like, there were subtle, grounded, assertive ways to do this, and not aggressive ways. Because if you're, aggressive, then you're outside in. Like, being from the outside in is aggressive. The inside out is calm, grounded, assertive. That's what I want to clarify. You're not so reactive when you're living from the inside out, because you're calm and you're in your center. If you're calm and within your center, you're not going to be all, reactive to what this person says or this event out into the world and, reacting to it. You're not letting it, your boat capsize because of that. So, and I got yet another comment as I'm doing this podcast right now. A comment just came up on my window. Somebody asked about a put in fire horse. And I was writing to them saying, is that your astrological year? And I was like, I didn't know what this person meant, so I didn't want to assume anything, so I just said, is this your spirit animal? Because this person clarified, like, I'm, I'll respond to it later. I was born in that year. It was under my very, very popular Jupiter directing Cancer video, which, if you haven't seen that, it's gotten over 1,000 views, 1,000 views. And I go deep when it comes to talking about what you can experience from March 10th through June 30th when Jupiter is directing Cancer. So I would encourage you to see that video. There's a lot of good information in that video. So I'll do it for myself and not for anybody else. I do this for me. I do my channel and my videos in what I produce for me. Nobody else. Like, I don't cater to the viewer. I do not make my videos as if I am sacrificing my own identity and my own authenticity for the viewer. Like, I don't do that. I do it for myself, and I want to share it, and I want others to see it, and I value your comments. The good, thoughtful comments, or the critical one, not the critical ones, but the ones delivered by compassion. Kind criticism. Like, I value the views. I value the subscribers. I value your comments. I want to get to know you. I want to have conversations. Like, I value what you say. I'm curious to what you say. But I'm doing this for me in the end. I'm doing all this for me, not for others. But I'm doing this for me. I mean, I guess you could say I am doing it for others because I want others to see it, but I won't let others dictate how I do it and what I do. So, while I feel you're alive, it's the negative that I hate. I feel like these people that criticize me in this case, are alive. Yeah, and this is the Real Me podcast. I can go as long as I wish. This is what you came for. This person obviously wanted to watch my Best of Google videos. Because those are where I'm really, really serious, not quote-unquote ranting. Now, I am self-aware, and I don't want to rant, and I don't want to go off on people, and I don't want to, be an unself-aware person and make myself look bad, but I will not hold myself back from what I want to say and how I want to say it, and how long I wish to go. Like, my videos are usually pretty long because I take my time, and I have all these thoughts, and I'm not going to hold back those thoughts. So, feeling like they're alive, like feeling like, every comment, every person who writes is alive. And it's just like, they're real people and they're writing this, and it's like people judging and not just, just writing and, just fake computerized people, but, real people who are on the internet who are alive. Like, I feel that the comment is alive, like the person has a soul and a spirit, and that aliveness can feel too real. Like, something can feel so real that it's overwhelming. That it, like, there's this movie that I watched called The Indian in the Cupboard. And in this movie, this kid got a cupboard, and then he had an Indian figurine that he had in his house. I believe it's called a figurine. He put it in this cupboard. Closed the door. The Indian came to life. And he was so real. Like, wow, this is so real. And later on in the movie, when he brought all these other characters to life, there was like somebody who died right in front of them, like a small figurine that died. Then the Indian was mad at the kid, like, you don't understand real human life. You don't have compassion for these people who basically were taking from the place they were when they were just, they were not alive and they were sitting there, to then thrown into this cupboard, this boy's house, in this life. And then I would feel like I hurt somebody. Like, I can't imagine how the kid felt. Like, he felt that he hurt somebody. Like, he did something wrong to somebody, feeling bad about himself, but it was from the outside in. And he was feeling drained by this one person and feeling like a bad person. Like, I don't need to feel that way by people. I don't need to feel like I'm living from the outside in from others. I don't need to feel that feeling of being drained by others. And it's very, very, like you can feel the wave of feeling. Like you can feel like your energy your vibration is just lowered. And you become very, 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 very self-critical of yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror, not because you yourself realize your mistakes, but because somebody else, you thought it was fine, and somebody else, realized your mistakes. And then they're making you feel this way. So, I didn't need to feel that drained feeling from people online. It's a negative that I hate. And then, I can usually tell, like, the kind comments are usually, I perceive as females, young, like 20s, 30s-year-olds, maybe teens, females, very, very compassionate, very, very spiritual, since a lot of my videos are spiritual. They're kind, they're compassionate. Well, like this one comment is from somebody who is kind and compassionate. And, won't judge or do anything like that. Like, these comments are, are from those individuals online. But then the critical ones are like this teen, boy or young man who is, judging me. That's how I perceive the comments to be. So, the critical, the not at all, I will not associate. I will not associate myself with the critical ones, nor the ones that have nothing to do with what I have said. Nothing to do with what I have said. Like, there was a Christian one commenting about a Bible verse, and it's like, you didn't explain what you meant, you didn't explain how it related to what I was talking about. Like, it's okay to bring outside references, but just explain what you mean. This person didn't do that, and I asked them, they were very, very stubborn, and so, the critical, the not at all comments, I won't associate with those. Oh, this is a long song. And so, yeah, this is gonna be long, because this is a long song. When I feel good, don't drag me down. When I feel so great. Like, when I feel so good about something, I don't need somebody to drag me down, making me feel less than, like, I have a problem or doing that. I don't need somebody to when I'm feeling so good about something, so confident in something and what I want to do, when I authentically express myself, I don't need somebody to drag me down when I feel so good about it. It make me look, feel bad about it. And, like, there's a problem with it. That's what I mean by this. So, then I go on to say, yeah. So I repeat that. And one of the lyrics says, I have thicker skin. Like, I have thick skin. I won't be easily affected or hurt by your comments and criticism. Like, I have thick skin. I will be strong. I will be resilient within myself to, respect myself. And, not let it get to me. Not let it steer me off course from what I want to do. Having thicker skin. I will live from the inside out and not the outside in. I've already explained kind of what that means. Like, living from the inside out is from calm, grounded, center place, not allowing, others' comments or judgments or events happening in the world or whatever to get the better of your purpose, what you want to do out in the world, what you want to say, what you want to express. So, you will not break me down when I'm in the wrong. In that case, I will stand so very proud and strong. I sing this lyric with, very, very proudly and strongly. So, yeah. So, and this person kind of reflected back to me my doubts about that I should make shorter videos and I should go on and on and I should get to the point. Like, this person reflected that back to me. Like, the world can be a mirror, a reflection of your inner self. But that doesn't mean that I will tolerate that and that it's okay. I am my own mirror. I don't need anyone else to show me a mirror. I can already see the mirror and I can already look at the mirror very, very closely. So, when they do that, I don't need them to reflect it back to me, is what I'm saying here. So, in that case, I will stand so very proud and strong. I'm not going to apologize for what I say. I won't cover up what I say or do. I won't, try to hide or, suppress or, apologize or cover up what I do say unless I, authentically want to for myself. And when I just want to speak my truth unapologetically and authentically, I will not edit myself. Like this person, was saying, talk briefly about this. No, I'm not going to, because I have things to say and I'm going to say it the way that I want to say it and how it feels fun for me to say it. And so I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to edit myself just for somebody else. I'm going to edit it if I genuinely feel like I have a problem with editing myself and getting to the point. If I notice that problem and I watch it like, ooh, I need to edit myself and I need to, do better and get to the point or whatever, then I'll do that because I'm noticing that within myself. Somebody is not reflecting it back to me. Some stranger on the internet is not reflecting it back to me. I am seeing it with myself very, very clearly. You'll not dampen my flames. You'll not rain on my parade. Basically, hinder me from being myself, basically. You will not limit my creativity. You will not keep me from me being me. This is probably my favorite section of the song. These 4 stanzas, these 3 stanzas are probably my favorite part of the song right here. This is the proudest, strong part of the song. And I just feel so proud of the song because it's so true to me. And I'm standing up for myself and I'm putting it out there. Like I put my authenticity out there now for people to see. So, so I won't let anyone keep me from me being myself. Like this song is like someone with Chiron in their first house, healing themselves and unafraid to express themselves. Like I just cannot get over how validating and how amazed I was at what I was reading, at what I was learning about this placement. Your opinions will not break me. Your words will not impact me. Your feelings will not merge into mine. Like I will not allow others' feelings to become my others' feelings about my content to become my feelings about it. Others feeling bad about it means that I feel bad about it. Also, no. They feel bad about it. I feel good about it. Again, drawing a clear boundary to that. I will be a stone. Like I will be very, very hard as stone and not be broken. It'll be strong and, fixed and stubborn, I guess you could say, like a stubborn will to express who I am. I will create and I will share content, not for anybody else, for me. So that is the song. I just wanted to explain that and talk about mean judgmental comments. And I have a promise that I worked out for myself where I will respond honestly and then I'll put, like, you need to hear this song and they'll hear it. And then I think that when they hear that, they will respect me. Wow. To have that kind of power to change people or to impact them in a positive way with that song, and that I can put that out there, and that I can create that song and sing those lyrics and come up with that and articulate that, and for them to hear it is just so empowering. It is so empowering, and I just feel so empowered with that song. And it will premiere, the official video will premiere Saturday at 11 o'clock, so set your notifications for that video. But if anyone comments, before then in critical, I will put that unlisted video for them to see. So, but that public video will be premiering on Saturday, because I want as many people to see that as possible. I want to make it a big, important thing. So, anyway, that is all I want to say in this episode of the Real Me Podcast. This is one out of 2 videos I plan to do today. Maybe the other one I won't do. The other one will be a Vastness of Google video, probably on a historical figure that is not about judging others, but about accepting others as they are. And that is, I'm planning on doing it on Martin Luther King Jr., actually. And, so I think that a lot of this kind of ties into that a little bit, and what I'm going to be talking about with his life and everything like that in that podcast. So tune in for that later on. After I, work out and do my exercise routine with what I, do for my health and all that, and get ready for that video, then I will do that, and then, do the same process for this. So anyway, bye for now, everyone.